Hello everyone.
Hi.
I'm Chelsea McGill from Mixing It Real.
And Tracy Sever from Thermomix.
We are live on both of our Instagrams, so please excuse us if we are looking at different cameras and talking weird. We are here today to do a live comparison of the trusty old TM31 to the beautiful new TM6. Why are we doing this, Tracy?
Because there's some exciting news coming, and as of the 1st of March, tomorrow, we have a new trade-up offer starting.
So you will, if you have a trusty TM31 at home, on your bench, in your cupboard, whatever it may be, you can actually trade it in for a TM6. You will get $300 off the cost of the TM6, but you will also get the brand new Thermomix cutter as well, which is so exciting.
Yes, I love that. I do love the new cutter, so that is amazing.
Tracy and I both actually had TM31s way back when. They were both of our first Thermomixes. I bought my first one almost 10 years ago now.
And it was just, the 5 was out, so probably 5-6 years ago, yeah.
It's funny because I loved my TM31. I really thought that it was the greatest thing ever. I thought it was incredible. And then I worked out very quickly once they upgraded that it's a good machine, but it just doesn't do much, does it?
I didn't love mine because I bought it secondhand and didn't have a consultant to tell me how to use it. So I pretty much used it for breadcrumbs, boiled rice, Play-Doh, and boiled eggs.
Yeah, nice.
But love the TM6.
Yeah. So we thought that we would do a live cooking comparison to show you the difference, some of the differences between the TM31 and the TM5. So what are we making?
We are making the delicious teriyaki chicken,
which uses the high heat mode in the TM6, so it's going to be interesting to see how it cooks it in the TM31. While we are cooking, we will list a lot of the differences between the two models for you guys as well. And if you have any questions, pop them in the chat box and we'll try our best to answer them. We're a little bit far away, so can we see them? But pop them in the chat box and let us know. If you have a Thermomix, what model have you got at the moment? Pop it in the chat and let us know.
Probably should have the computer there so you could say.
Probably.
All right, well, mine, I'm doing the amazing TM6, so I can actually just follow the recipe on the screen. How are you going to do yours, Tracy?
I'm going to use manual mode because that is all that the TM31 has. So Tracy gets a bit of an advantage on me here, like it's not a competition. Well I feel like everything Tracy does is a competition, but that's okay.
It's a competition.
One of the biggest differences that you'll notice straight up is the lid. So that a good old TM31, you've got to like shove it into place, and you've really got to get some back into it to do it. The TM6, so
mine just comes off.
And you've got these great auto-locking arms, which are much safer and much easier. Really got to slam this one in. So
awesome. You probably should have had a recipe.
A recipe
to follow.
I'm just going to follow what you say. So you're going to have to guide me through it.
Awesome.
Another first thing that you'll notice is the measuring cup. We've got the little clear plastic one that does fall in and out of our lid.
And mine does not. I did love this. Was for those who have a 31, you'll know that every time you take the lid off, how many times do you turn it over and it falls on the floor?
Literally.
That was one of my favourite things.
Literally. Flick it off and send it flying across the room. Mine was always smashed because I flew across the room so often. This one's not, which is good. We did borrow a TM31 off a lovely friend of ours, so thank you, Beth, for lending us your 31. We appreciate it. All right, well, let's get cooking. Like I said, questions, keep them coming in the chat box and we will talk you through some of those differences.
Oh, all right. So I've actually pre-programmed mine in. I have not.
Sorry, I bought it up, but where did it go? We had it up before.
Yeah, I thought that I pressed save. So I'm actually just going to use our Cookie-Doo, which is the recipe platform with over 90,000 recipes in it. And if I click on there, it's going to bring it up because I searched it before. So chicken teriyaki, let's say cook today, then it will be in my menu.
It's so funny that you just said I should have had a recipe because it didn't even occur to me that I would need a recipe because I'm so used to using my TM6 with the guided cooking. Like when you said that, I was like, what? And I was like, oh, yeah. I don't have a recipe in front of me.
No, you don't.
So I could get my iPad or something, but Tracy will just
So I'm just going to click on continue. All right, so we're going in with 10 grams of olive oil to start with.
So your scales come up automatically. Yep. My scales are here. So I'm going to push my scales button Now you will notice that the TM6 weighs in 1 gram increments, so really precise. Yeah, I know it's a bit hard backwards. Nailed it. And mine weighs in 5 gram increments. So you can see nothing comes up until we hit 5 grams, so it's not as precise. You're kind of guesstimating. And it's bouncing between 5 and 0. There we go. So we hit 10. So it is easy to put extra in with the TM31 because you do have to keep going until you get somewhere. Yep. All right, what is our next step?
Okay, so I'm literally pressing next for our next step.
I don't have a next button.
And I'm going to put in, or we're going to put in 250 grams of chicken.
All right, so I'm going to tear my scales. I guessed that, pushing the tear button. So we've just got
throwing one in.
Chicken thigh just sliced up there. I'm going to throw that in as well.
Click next.
I don't have a next button.
What are you clicking next?
I'm trying. Alright, so I'm going to shove my... Make sure that's in place.
It's very hard sideward.
It is.
Place splash guard on top. So because my TM6 is actually going to go to the high heat mode of 160 degrees, it's just a safety feature. We're going to pop this splash guard on top just to make sure nothing's going to spray out, like no hot oil or anything like that. It's going to splash onto us.
Now, our little TM31 does only go to 100 degrees, so the TM6 goes 60 degrees hotter. So it's going to be interesting to see how this chicken comes out. So she's got 5 minutes on her high heat mode. Sorry, Tracy, not she. That sounded rude. And I'm going to hit my 100 degrees button up here. I need to set my timer first. This one here. So I'm going to go 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes, not 5 seconds, right?
No, I think that's 5
No,
seconds.
that's 5 seconds. Okay, let me keep going.
And I'm just...
okay, all right. No, that's 57. Oh my God.
You can tell we have not used a 31 for a while.
All right, I've got 5 minutes. I'm on. And then I'm going to go back to 100 degrees. So I've got my little red light flashing. And then I'm going to go... Where's my reverse button? Reverse. What speed? Oh, your high heat. So I'm going to go like speed 1.
All right.
Going to try speed 1. That looks all right. Speed 1 on reverse, so it doesn't pull it apart. It shouldn't anyway, but just in case.
And mine does all of that automatically, so I don't need to use any part of my brain. Just turning the dial, it's putting it into reverse for us, but it does stop and start, doesn't it?
High heat mode stops and starts.
So it's like just on your fry pan, if you give it a bit of a stir, wait for it to, start browning a bit, stir it a little bit more. That's what this is replicating, okay?
You may not be able to hear it because this one's going as well, but the TM6 is sizzling, and as Tracy said, the blades stop moving. So they stir, they stop, which gives it the ability to really brown and braise, caramelise, and then they will start moving again before anything burns. So as she said, it is replicating you standing on the stove stirring, whereas this one is just constantly moving, so you're not getting that ability to get that browning or that caramelisation or that stir fry kind of flavour, which is definitely one of the biggest changes.
You should be able to, I think you can see the steam there. Okay, we have reached our maximum temperature now, I think, of 160 degrees.
Just got a little bit of chicken on.
You can really smell that.
And that hits 160 so quickly. I don't know how to tell what we're on with this one.
Should go up, shouldn't it?
I don't know. As you can see, it's been a while since we used the 31.
Or is that...
Are we at 100 or? I don't know. Anyway, we are cooking away. So I am interested to see what result we get after 5 minutes in the 31. Yeah. Some of the other differences, our mode screen. So when you hit your house button on your TM6, you can swipe across to our modes. So your TM6 has over 20 different modes and functions. Your TM31 has maybe 5.
Yeah, probably not many.
Like literally chopping, cooking, turbo, kneading.
Yeah.
That's probably about it in the 31. Well, I mean, hate to put it down, it is a good machine.
It is
but
a good machine.
We've just come so far in the last.
Did you use it to do your dinners and things like that?
Not really. I probably made risotto. That was actually why I bought my 31 all those years ago to make risotto. So I did make risotto in it. I made soups in it in winter, and I made breads, I made smoothies, I did a lot of baking.
Fries or...
No, never. And I know I found that it was a lot of rice and pasta when I had my 31, and we don't eat a whole lot of rice and pasta, so it probably didn't really fit in with, the way that we were eating. when I got my TM6, well now, as you know, I cook in my Thermomix, like meals in my Thermomix 6 nights a week without fail, because of the variety.
I did see the fajita in the fridge that I thought I might steal for some of that for lunch that you made last night.
We did do a team virtual cooking experience last night. I did make fajitas, which are in my fridge. Stay away, they're our dinner tonight.
I'll have chicken teriyaki from the TM6.
You can have the TM31 teriyaki. So modes, do you want to list some of those modes that this one doesn't have?
So some of our modes that we've got here, so like the 31, we do still have the scales that you can still use. Doesn't have to be in a recipe. If you wanted to use them while a recipe was working as well, you can use the scales in there. We've got the dough, the kneading, like the 31 turbo, same. The TM6 actually has a pre-clean function, so while Chelsea is washing hers out later, I'll be sitting down eating and my machine will actually wash the bowl itself.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We then have the blending, so for your smoothies, my 10-year-old actually gets up every morning and does her own recipe, not a cookie one, and just uses the blend and blends up a smoothie for herself. Got the egg boiling mode, which I absolutely love. Like I said, I did use the 31 for my eggs. This one, the blades actually don't move. So you just pop your water in, a litre of water with your eggs, and basically decide how you'd like them cooked. Walk away, and then you're done.
Amazing.
What else we got upside down there? Kettle function. So I know a lot of people, when they take it away camping, instead of having to have the Thermomix and their kettle and everything else, it's just an one appliance. They can get rid of the kettle and just use this, okay? I also love it when making the kids like a hot chocolate, so you can put that down to, 60 degrees and know it's not going to burn them. Or if you're heating, water or milk for a bottle or something like that, which is awesome. We've also got the thickening mode, so your favourite gravies, bechamel sauces, pop your ingredients in, custard.
Oh,
and
that's the sound. I miss that sound. The TM6, you can automate your chime, so you can decide how long you want it to chime for and what it sounds like as well.
And yours would have just kept going if you hadn't turned that off.
Forever.
All right.
Do you want to keep running through those modes and then we'll open her up?
Go back to home, scroll across. Then we have the rice cooker mode. So this is the absorption method. You've got a boiled rice recipe on Cookie-Doo, and then you've got this one where you can just pop in however much rice you want, water up to your first knuckle line, and then turn the dial for your rice. And then we've got fermentation. So think of things like your yogurt. If you do watch Chelsea, she does a lot of yogurt. My kids have got to the point of not loving yogurt at the moment. 1 minute they love something, then they don't. As well as sauerkraut and kimchi. Then you've got your slow cook. So this one will slow cook for up to 8 hours. How long can you set yours for, maximum time?
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, you can't go into 3-digit numbers.
Yeah. Sous vide, which is essentially cooking in like a water bath. Perfect for your steak if you like it still mooing. What did you say?
Like me.
Like you? I don't. And then, of course, you've got these attachments. So your peeler blade cover there, and then
and your blade cover peeler doesn't fit in the TM31 either. It is a TM5 or TM6 extra.
And then we have the grating and slicing, which are for our amazing parts.
So you can see that this one would not fit in the 31 due to the size. It does fit in the 5 and the 6, and then the 6 has the manual mode for that one as well. We can talk more about the cutter afterwards.
Right, let's take our lid.
Let's do a reveal. Oh.
What happened?
It's still raw.
Your lunch is going to be delicious.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so come around a bit and see if we can pop that in there.
Okay, you go. I'll go up, you go down.
Okay.
So mine is still raw, as you can see. Quite a lot of pink chicken. I just tipped chicken juice all over the back of yours. So mine is literally still raw. Sorry guys, just flicking camera to camera. So you can see some of it is cooked, but a lot of it is still totally raw. Tracy, how's yours?
Mine is looking amazing. You can see some delicious caramelization, dripping stuff everywhere. Caramelization there happening on the bottom of my bowl. Those flavors.
So we're going to pop these into our thermo service.
Probably can't see me.
I've got the white thermo server, which is the good one for making yogurt. Now you can't make yogurt in your TM31. You can mix it up and then you've got to set it in a Varoma. Oh, that's seriously, that is gross. You've got to sit it in a Varoma overnight. You've got to get your oven to the perfect temperature, or you've got to have it somewhere warm, and it's actually really quite hard. So it was something that I never did, and it was actually my main reason for upgrading from a 31 to a 5 at the time when the 5 was out, because I had made probably 20 batches of failed yogurt, and I got so sick of it that I upgraded to the 5 to be able to make yogurt in. And as Tracy said, like, we make a lot of yogurt in our house. I make a batch a week on average, and I went from spending nearly $30 a week on yogurt to spending probably now with the 4 of us in our household, I probably spend $5 at the most a week on yogurt for all of us. I've been making soy, dairy-free protein yogurt, and I make regular yogurt for the kids as well. So massive money saver there.
How much a week did you say?
Went from $30 a week to about $5 a week, so $25 a week.
Did you know there's 36 months interest free?
Oh, I did not.
So, we like to say that, don't we? Yeah. Which means that you could actually get the TM6 on your bench for $16 a week. So if you're like Chelsea and do love your yogurt, you're still going to be saving another $15 on top of buying a Thermomix.
Literally.
$15 a week.
Yeah, so you can have your yogurt and your savings, and that's just yogurt. Like,
yes.
Forget, and not to mention all the other amazing ways you can save money.
Mine's tortured. Mine are wraps.
Yeah, wrap queener, yeah. All right, what's next?
Okay, so it's just telling me to use tongs to take that out, but we've already taken that out, so I'm going to next.
Sorry.
Scrape the base to loosen all the caramelisation. So
I don't have caramelisation in mine. I have raw chicken still.
Okay. Then we're going to put 30 grams of onion in. Okay, so just slice that up there, which you can use your cutter to do that if you don't want onion hands.
Yes.
So mine's weighed that, for me, except I'm touching the base. 100 grams of capsicum.
We've just got it sliced like that.
We did pre-weigh it just to make it easier while we go through. What was that?
50 grams of carrot, little matchsticks.
Next again. So Chelsea would be reading her recipe if I wasn't here. Some snow peas. And broccoli.
I just saw Beck has jumped on. So Beck is a lovely person that lent us the TM31.
Thanks, Beck.
Hey, Beck. Thank you.
And some oil.
Olive oil. So I'm just going to turn my scales again. Making sure I'm watching. There we go.
Thank you. And I don't need to tear scales. I'm just going to pop that in. Oh, that was a little bit much.
Yeah.
All good.
Near enough is good enough, right?
Exactly. So again, I'm going to pop my lid and then the splash guard on top because I'm going to saute my vegetables.
Excuse me while I just get my gym workout for the day.
Yeah, there we go, 120 degrees. So next, I've done that. I'm going to tell them that I've done it, and I'm just going to turn my dial ready to go.
So remind me how to set my time again. What have you got? Oh, you're missing the position. It's hard cooking from behind.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll just go back. It didn't come up because it wasn't in. So you got 5 minutes. Hold on. I'm going to set my. I'll be here for a while. I'm getting my 5 minutes happening.
So how many people that are on currently have a 31? Probably in the chat. Might need to look at the chat.
5 minutes, and I'm going to 100 degrees again.
Yep. Yeah. So when the lights
and then I'm going to
go
go reverse. I'm still in reverse from before. I'm going to go to speed 1 again.
So yeah, when the lights go up, Chelsea, that's telling you when it's at your temperature.
Oh,
so
okay.
There's no lights there.
Yeah, good one. Yeah. That's great to know. One of the biggest things you might notice with the 31 and the 6, obviously the larger screen with the guided cooking that we've been talking about, but also the capacity of the bowl. So the TM31 bowl is only 2 litres. Oh, we've got a question here. Oh, hey Erin, what are you ladies making? We are making the chicken teriyaki. And both of our
Chelsea's making raw chicken teriyaki.
My chicken is still raw if you didn't see that before. That's okay.
So that means that this is going to be so much more quicker.
So much quicker. So we probably would have needed another 5 minutes to cook that. So essentially double the cook time, which is crazy. Yeah. So the TM31 bowl is 2 litres. The TM6 bowl is 2.2 litres. That 200 grams makes a massive difference. That was another reason for me why I did want to upgrade, because I did have a child. I had a toddler at the time, and we did want to have another one. And I knew that this was going to be more tricky to make family-sized meals in, so that was part of my upgrade as well. Does mean that the Varoma, we don't have the Varomas with us, but the Varoma, which is our steaming attachment, is bigger as well. So 3.3 litres of Varoma over here and just 2 litres of Varoma here. You need high heels. So massive difference when we're talking about size and capacity and being able to feed a family, much easier with our TM6.
And you find it fine for your family of 4, Chelsea?
Yep.
Feeding enough people?
So we're 4, I've got 2 kids, 2 adults, my husband eats quite a lot, I eat a fair bit as well, I'm not going to lie. And my kids are hit and miss, but we generally find, as I said, we make at least 6 meals a week in here, like dinners, and I find 95% of them feed us. Generally, we will have 1 or 2 serves of leftovers, sometimes more. Something like the chicken teriyaki is a smaller dish. That is something that we would all eat in the one night.
Definitely bulk.
Yes.
Bulk it up and put more chicken in. I have a family of 5, 3 adults.
3 adults.
I actually have 3 children, but apparently 1 is an adult. Yes, so no, I would just add more chicken to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then rice, of course.
Yeah.
This dish is great served with rice. So lots of great ways to bulk it up if you do need to feed even more. Cookie Dough is such a game changer as well, doesn't it? Cookie Dough is incredible. The recipe platform that's built in, as Tracy said, over 90,000 recipes from all around the world. Meal planning, shopping lists, and you can actually also order directly to Woolies online and have your groceries click and collect or delivered to you. It takes literally minutes.
And that's your favourite thing, isn't it?
Favourite thing. I'm a meal planner, Tracy is not. And I love being able to do my meal plan, my shopping list, and order directly to Woolies online. It saves me so much money, honestly. Tracy can say, because we talk about how much we spend on groceries each week. Whose groceries are cheaper?
Yours.
And it genuinely is because we meal plan and do the shopping list, because you're not impulse buying. You know what it's like when you go to the supermarket to get 1 meal and you spend $100, but you can do a whole week shop for $200.
Yeah.
So being able to do that meal plan and shopping list does make a massive difference. The guided cooking. Cookie Dough is also available on the screen here. So hello Chelsea McGill, what would you like to cook today? You've got your search bar and you can scroll down, you can see the latest recipes. You can see some bits and pieces. It even does videos, which is awesome, and then our most cooked down here as well. So lots of benefits of Cookie Dough there.
Yes, I do love it.
Yeah.
I do use the meal planning occasionally.
You do.
But I also love that if I'm just down the street and I'm trying to decide what to cook for tea, I can just type in chicken or I can type in beef and I can decide then and there what I want and just automatically generate a shopping list.
Yeah.
Take my phone in and I can see exactly what I need.
And I know some people say to me, like with meal planning, they try, but then they don't feel like what they've planned for that day. And I love that about Cookie Dough, because say you've got pork for something. Pork might not be something that comes to the top of your head for a recipe. So you can literally filter through pork as a search on Cookie Dough, and it will bring up all the recipes that are going to use that pork. So you can be like, oh, I was having, pork and veggies. Now I don't feel like it. I can turn that into pulled pork with just a few pantry ingredients. So love that about Cookie Dough as well. Yeah, delicious.
What have we got left there?
Just 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
So our new Thermomix cutter, it is compatible with the 5 and the 6. 6 does have the mode, as Tracy said. So you've got your basket, then you've got your blade, and it does do grating thick and thin this side, and it does do slicing thick and thin. So you can grate cheese, you can grate zucchini, carrot, apple, you can
Capsicum, onion.
Yeah, onion, slicing. Literally everything. So think like butter bowls and raw salads.
Not eggs.
Not eggs.
Not boiled eggs.
Not boiled eggs.
FYI. Or oranges.
Or oranges. So you can do so many amazing things with the cutter, but that one isn't TM31 compatible.
Awesome. So next we're going to transfer that into the bowl with our chicken.
Oh, my chicken is still nice and raw. I will recook this afterwards, don't worry guys.
Alright, let's have a look at your. They smell so delicious.
I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. It is literally slightly warm. I wouldn't even call that hot.
Mine.
Wouldn't even call that hot.
Yeah, mine is hot. Mine is hot. Very hot.
So you can see the difference in the colour. Mine's still very raw. Tracy's is, it's started to go that softer green.
You can see the steam coming off mine.
And mine is literally just been slightly warmed. There's, I like Snowfield's crunchy, but that is literally just
mine is
raw.
still crunchy.
Yeah, but
cooked.
Nice. Like my capsicum My carrot literally has not changed. Like, it's like exactly the same.
Oh, and hang on, I'm going to pick up on my bowl, you can actually see that I've got some caramelization there. But if you have a look at my onion, I'm just going to put on there because it's actually really hot. It is actually brown in there.
My broccoli, that bit of broccoli is literally cold.
Where's your onion?
Great question.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I should get a small bit so the comparison's more even. There.
So there, I'm not sure if you can see that. Chelsea's is still very white and very raw.
And Tracy's is
Mine is beautiful.
starting to caramelise, starting to soften, which is amazing.
You can have your piece back.
Thank you.
So I don't want that.
I'm literally going to have to cook this whole dish again afterwards. So I'm going to put my warmed veg. And again, I do like my veggies crunchy, but and I love about the TM6 that it does keep them crunchy. It doesn't make them soggy. But these would probably need another 10-15 minutes easily to even start kind of cooking, and they would never brown. That's not possible for that to brown it because it doesn't get hot enough. You'd never start to get that caramelization. Like the bottom of my bowl just has.
Oh, your bowl's very clean.
Like really
nice.
Yeah. So that caramelization is what's giving it flavour.
Yeah.
It's creating an amazing flavour, giving you heaps more depth.
All right.
I don't have
so
guys
scrape.
cooking. I keep going to it.
Scrape that. Do not clean the mixing bowl. Love it when it says that.
Same.
Quite often I don't listen when it says to clean it anyway, depending on what we've cooked. Pop your ginger in. 10 grams of ginger.
Little piece of fresh ginger.
Cook next. 10 grams of...
we didn't get
the garlic.
Whoops.
You got it out, but I think you must have put it away.
How did we miss that step?
And it wasn't me, I promise.
It was me.
I will, but I don't often eat garlic because it doesn't agree with me, which is why things like this are amazing because I can just leave that out. And yeah, I won't be feeling sick later.
Yeah, we'll leave it out of yours. We'll just put it in mine.
Okay.
And then I'm stuck with the raw one.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions? How are we going here?
Right. Garlic,
Okay.
ginger.
Next, you don't have the next. Insert your measuring cup. So this time I am just putting my lid on with my measuring
Seriously.
cup.
I'm not exaggerating there either. That is actually really hard to get on.
And then 8 seconds, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Just set your
You need to send it.
8 seconds.
Alright, and I need to turn my reverse off. There we go.
Yep.
And what speed are we going to?
And we're going to speed 7. So I just turn my dial around.
This is much louder than that. You guys probably wouldn't be able to tell, but this was honestly much louder. You'll notice that this one went for longer, even though they were set at the same time, because the TM6 is so clever that it works, it actually removes the time that the blades take to get to the speed. So it took 3 seconds for it to get to speed 8. So it actually didn't start the timer until it hit speed 8. So you got that full 8 seconds of chopping at
nice.
speed 7, whatever we were at. Whereas this one, it just went for that time that you did set it for. It's not that smart.
I still both look
That's
pretty good there.
Yeah. Not really a difference there.
No difference. Okay. Scrape down the sides with your spatula.
This bowl just feels so small. It's so
It just
interesting because
looks
it is
so
only 200 grams, but honestly, it feels so tiny.
70 grams of tamari.
We're just using
soy sauce. It just means tamari is if you want to make it gluten free. Okay. 30 grams of honey.
I am going to put my scales on because we haven't obviously pre-weighed our honey.
Has anyone made this dish? Did we ask that
I
earlier?
don't think we asked. It is a favourite. If you've got a TM6, it is beautiful. I probably wouldn't attempt it in the 31. Probably won't work. But yeah, beautiful dish in the 6.
It is. Next, 2 teaspoons of corn flour. Next again.
Some water. 2 teaspoons. That's my guesstimate.
Yep.
That'll do.
Next again, place simmering basket. Just going to put this on top.
And then we're going to go 3 minutes, 100 degrees. I'm going to get my 100 again and my time.
And this is also different from the 31 as well. So we've got a lid on there, just another safety.
God, it takes a while to
feature
set the
there.
timer.
So 100
3 minutes,
degrees,
100 degrees.
speed 3.
Speed 3. So you can see Tracy literally just turns her dial, whereas I have to manually set each one, which is another massive game changer, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
So we're nearly done. Again, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat box and let us know. What other things do we want to talk about? The attachments. You still get your aroma, your simmering basket, so it's slightly different. The spatula we didn't talk about. So our TM6 spatula, our TM6 spatula is different to the 31 and the 5 spatula. It's actually soft, so silicone. We didn't grab the 31 spatula off our friends, so we can't compare, but it's smaller and it's rock hard. Yeah. Really hard to use. I never used my 31 or 5 spatulas, but this one is so soft and flexible and it's just much easier to use. It sounds dumb, but it makes such a big difference. The measuring cup and the spatula are two of my favourite things about the upgrade.
Yeah, nice. So, did we say that last?
Yep, we did, but let's say it again.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So, Chelsea, as of tomorrow, if you do wanted to upgrade your 31, oh my God, what would you get?
So you can send back your TM31 in any condition. So whether it is broken, it is working, it doesn't matter. They will be, some of them will be done up and donated to charities, and the rest will be recycled responsibly. But you can send it back in any condition, that's why it doesn't matter, and you will get a $300 credit towards your TM6. The minute this one hits the post, this one will be shipped out to you. So if you're worried about going without a Thermomix, it'll literally be a couple of days, so you don't have to wait for this one to return. So once Australia Post notifies Thermomix that they've got this one will get shipped out to you. So you'll get this one $300 off, which brings it down to 200 of the months. 2,059. Is that right? No, Yeah, 2,059. Yes. But you will also get the brand new cutter attachment. So the cutter is not available to buy yet. It won't be in the mix shop till April or May, from what we are being told, stock dependent. But when you trade up your 31, you will get the $300 off. So this one will only be $2,059, and then you will get the cutter, which is worth $199 as well. So you're actually getting $500 value. Now, when we looked on Marketplace, the TM31s were selling between $400 to $500, but by look of it, a lot of them have been sitting on Marketplace for quite a while. So I don't think they're the easiest thing to sell these days. So it is pretty comparable, $500 value for your 31 versus, that $400 to $500 and the hassle of selling at the Marketplace, which is totally up to you, but I think that's a pretty good deal.
I'd much rather just trade it up than having people come to your house and wanting to see it.
And you don't even have to clean it, guys. I mean, don't send it with food in the bowl, but it doesn't, you don't need to clean the base or anything. If you've lost a simmering basket along the way, that doesn't matter either.
Amazing.
And the cutter, you'll be one of those first people to get their hands on the new Thermomix cutter as well, which is brilliant.
Very good when you're making that, what was your favourite thing, the bowl that you've been doing?
A Buddha bowl?
Buddha bowl.
Yes. Yeah. A Buddha bowl is amazing if you do have a cutter, or if you don't, you could probably slice it up, it'll just take a while. The chicken Buddha bowl on the cookie dough is amazing. So my sauce looks pretty good. That still looks good. I'm happy with the way that has cooked.
So it's really just your meat and your veggies that don't, like your sauces are doing well, and the cutting.
Definitely. So, as I said, I loved my 31 for this kind of thing. I was doing sauces and soups and that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't do my chicken and my veggies in my 31.
So those people that say they much prefer meat and veg kind of thing.
Yeah. Brilliant. You can actually do that.
TM6 is the way to go.
I'm not going to put my sauce over mine because I do need to recook mine. But here you go, Tracy. You can pop your sauce over your stir fry. Oh, should we? Maybe let's just do another comparison. We can afterwards. So maybe we won't put our sauce on. So we can take some photos to post for you guys. Just moving my raw veggies out of my way of my raw chicken. So let's go around and lift it up.
Yes.
So we'll come around and show you guys properly. So here we have we'll just show in one camera and then the other. So we have our raw chicken and our just warmed veggies versus our sauteed veggies and our sauteed chicken. Let me both get in there. This is harder than you'd think, guys. So you can see quite a big difference there. Like, come back over here for me. With the cooking, like, look how well that chicken is cooked versus my nice raw chicken there. And that onion, like caramelized onion versus these rock hard pieces of onion. So I'm just going to throw this back in a fry pan and cook it all. And then we'll stir the sauce through. But we will take a couple of pictures and post them for you guys on both of our pages. But that is the end of our TM31 and TM6 live comparison. Thank you for cooking with me today.
Thank you. I think we need to do some more cooking shows together.
Some cooking shows.
What do you think? Put them in the chat if you'd like us to jump on and do some cooking together.
We are literally, we could not be more different in everything that we do. It's quite funny.
We are a bit of both are quite messy though.
Very messy. I'm rubbing off on it. It's only taken, 3.5 years of knowing each other. So if you would like some information on how to trade up your Thermomix, please reach out to your consultant or us. We would absolutely love to tee you up with someone or help you out. That does start tomorrow and it will be running for the month of March. So you do want to get in and get yourself a TM6 and a brand new Thermomix cutter.
And we can also do a virtual demo for you if you like, or
Definitely.
if you're close by. I can come out.
Yeah, if you do want to see it in person. So we do run 24 months interest free all the time, but through March we are offering 36 months, which reduces it by about $9 a week.
Because it's currently about $25 a week.
Yeah, it's about $9 a week cheaper. So you can always pay it off in 24 months, 12 months if you want, but if you want to take the 36, you do have that option as well. That 36 is running on trade-up sales and standard sales as well. It's not just for trade-up customers.
Perfect. Well, I think that's all in this. I don't think we've got any questions there. So thank you everyone for watching. If you're watching on replay, #replay.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Tracy for doing this
Thanks,
evening. Thank you
Tracy.
Beck for lending us your 31. And shoot us a message if you have any questions and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye. We've got to walk away from the camera.